To collect your door-to-door mobility experiences using public transit, we will ask you to first provide details about the trip you are going to make. To do so, you need to press the bus icon in the navigation bar at the bottom of the dashboard. After pressing it, you will reach the Trips page where you can select the Add New Trip button. When declaring a new trip, you will need to first give it a name. We will use the name as a label to save your trip. If you make that trip again, you will just need to click on that name, and it will automatically start the data collection for you without needing to provide any further details. Make sure you give the trip a meaningful name. For example, if this is your commute trip, you could label it work, or if this is a trip to the grocery store, you could label it grocery store. After labeling the trip, please tell us how you will be reaching your first stop. Will you be walking? Taking a scooter? Driving or using a shared ride service? Or using a wheelchair? Your trip might have multiple parts, which we call trip legs. For example, you might take bus Citylink Silver to Charles Street followed by the Metro subway link to Citylink Station. For each leg of your trip, please select the public transit you will be using, bus, metro, light rail or mark by clicking on the button that says I will be taking, and the stop where you will get off by clicking on the button that says, I am getting off at. You can scroll down through the list of stops or, if it's too long, you can input the first letters of the stop name and the list will be narrowed down. After each public transit leg, click on the Add Transfer button to add a new leg of your trip. Once you are done, tell us how you will be reaching your final destination. Finally, you can click on Start Trip if you are starting your trip now, or on Save Trip if you will be making the trip later. When you start your trip, please remember that you will need to have your device with you throughout your route, since we are also collecting your location data to better understand your experience on public transit. Upon starting the trip, a notification like this will pop up in your phone. Please make sure you do not disable it to make sure we can collect all of your trip experiences. Whenever you'd like to start a saved trip, you can press the bus icon in the navigation bar at the bottom of the app. In that page, you will be able to see all your saved trips, with the labels you used when you created them. You can start a saved trip by clicking on the play button associated to it. You can also edit the trip by clicking on the pencil icon, or delete the trip by clicking on the trash icon.